What's going on, APlus's Nerd Mixes? It is your boy Indy Uchiha, man, and I'm here to bring you the review for What If Episode 6. What if Killmonger rescued Tony Stark? Now, this might have been this to me, this was the most interesting story on how it could be carried on and how it was going to be, but it was also, I'm not gonna say the worst, but it was the way the story was told, or the way it was presented. It wasn't as good as the other ones, in my opinion. Now, I'm not gonna knock anybody in this because I'm gonna be totally honest with you. If you haven't seen Iron Man or Black Panther, or even maybe Avengers: Age of Ultron, you probably won't get what's going on in this What If episode. But man, the whole Black Panther vibe and feel of this was actually really dope because you got Michael B. Jordan back as Killmonger. Of course, you had the late Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa. Angela Bassett came back as Queen Ramonda. Um, John Candy returned as King T'Chaka. Andy Serkis as the incredible you Claw. Um, even had Denai come back again as a Okoye. Don Cheadle was Rose. John Favreau, who is to me the only person that could ever play Happy Hogan, just like Paul Bettany is the only person that could play Jarvis. You even had Leslie Bibb return as Christine Everhart. And for the replacements we had, of course, we didn't have Mr. Tony Stark itself, but we had Mick Wingert as Tony Stark, Beth Hoyt as Pepper Potts, and I'm gonna brutalize his name, but Ozima Akaga as Shuri, Mike McGall as Ross, and Kif Vandenhevel as Obadiah Stane. So we had a couple of replacements come in, but to be totally honest with you, it didn't bother me. I'm so used to so many people sounding like Tony Stark that it was cool. The voice actors who replaced the actors that we're used to with the live action actually did better in this episode than they did others. Now, a majority of this episode revolves around Eric Stevens, Killmonger. Um, Basically, he comes across some plans by the 10 rings to capture Tony Stark like he was in Iron Man 1. And he ends up saving him. Even the Stark branded bomb that lands near Stark that's supposed to explode, that gives the shrapnel in his heart that makes him build that mini arc reactor in order to keep the shrapnel from killing him, doesn't work because Killmonger comes down, throws the bomb in the distance, out, just kills everybody over there that's coming to capture Stark and saves him. So Killmonger earns his trust. He even earns his trust further by exposing like Stain by showing that he was part of the kidnapping plot. And so Killmonger gets promoted to the position that Stain was holding. And which is interesting to me because Stain's code name when he was a villain was Warmonger, and now you have Killmonger, right? And so you end up taking Iron Man out of the world. So the world doesn't know Iron Man because there's no reason for Iron Man to exist. So they're talking about different things they want to do, and then Killmonger talks about this plan that he had to make like this mech in order to be able to replace soldiers, you know what I'm saying, in the field, right? Uh Having Tony Stark's trust, he decides to help him create the mech like drones. Pepper Potts the whole time this is going on is no Killmonger's just hiding something because somebody always wants something from Tony, right? So the drones don't have a viable power source. The first thing you think, Stark is going to recreate the R reactor here, and that's how he's going to power the drones, same way he power suits. So maybe we'll get Iron Man in the future. Nope. He discards it, was like, nah, that won't work. Killmonger shows Tony a vibranium necklace, and Tony's like, hey, that could work if we can condense them, you know what I'm saying, charge them with enough power, those could actually power the suits, right? So he sets up a meeting with Claw with Jane Rose in order to buy a bunch of vibranium off the black market. Now, the funniest thing about all of this when it comes to the mechs and everything like that, right? Is that when like Tony Stark is looking over Eric's schematics, he says they're very Gundam like, right? And Killmonger's like, well, I'm kind of into anime, which if you look right here at this blue and white armor that he has on, tell me that's not Vegeta. Tell me we're not sitting here that they're just basically letting you know that that armor that he's wearing is heavily Vegeta inspired. Crazy, right? I that to me stuck out. Of course, you guys know that I do anime assembled on this channel right here, and I cover a bunch of different anime stories and stuff like that. I'm an anime head. I love it. So that's something that steps out to me all the time. And those did really look like mechs. I'm surprised we didn't get like a Wing Zero looking like Captain Mech or something like that. That'd have been cool. But I digress as I move on. Um During the exchange of the vibranium, Black Panther interrupts, said he's taking back the country's vibranium. That's when Killmonger interferes. He subdues Black Panther. He kills them both. He kills Black Panther and Rose, and then sets it up to make it look like they killed each other. But before he kills Rose, he tells him that, what I'm saying, he's working for a broken system that oppresses people. And Rose tries to tell him, like, no, you have to create change from the inside. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he makes it look like Rhodes and T'Challa killed each other starts a war between America and the Wakandans. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But at the same time, right, we start to get back on to what happens like in Black Panther if T'Challa, I guess, would have been gone, because after all these robots are made, and first, Eric goes back. Tony knows everything that goes on. Jarvis sees everything, so he knows that he killed Rose. He knows what his plan is. So he ends up killing Tony Stark with Wakandan spear. And that's between what happened with Rhodes and T'Challa and what just happened to Tony Stark. They used Tony Stark killed by Wakanda in, you know what I'm saying, as the catalyst to start the war. Uh he ends up getting all the robots, because the Patriot Act is enforced, getting all the robots, leading them into Wakanda, leads them right at the Wakanda door, kills you Claw, carries Claw's corpse just like he did in Black Panther over the border, lays him down and said, this is the dude that killed T'Challa, in order to gain King T'Chaka's trust. You know what I'm saying? And King T'Chaka eventually makes him the new Black Panther. And then he leads the Wakandan army against the Stark drones, beats them, and now he's a Wakandan war hero. This is nuts, because eventually Killmonger is going to take out it ends with Pepper Potts and Shuri talking to each other, because Shuri's not fooled by what Killmonger is doing. And now they're plotting to expose Killmonger and kind of prevent the war from, what I'm saying, getting worse or escalating. So it's real interesting to me that the story stops there, because it stops before Killmonger can get his revenge on T'Chaka. So it's almost like you have to think and wonder, do Pepper Potts and Shuri stop Killmonger from killing T'Chaka? Right? So it almost makes it seem like, just like in what happened in the original joint, right? That it's Tony Stark who puts things in motion for T'Chaka getting assassinated. Like they took the story somewhere else, but in a long about way, seems like they're gonna end up in the same position they were in, except without the hero to save the day. Man, or Shuri, you know what I'm saying, steps up and she's the one who ends up taking the mantle in order to stop him. Like this, out of all the ones, even though I didn't like this episode as much as I like the others, this one right here is the one I would love to see a continuation from, just because I want to see where that story ends, you know? So, man, look, I'm for anything with the 10 rings. I would like to see more what if with the Mandarin, the 10 rings, you know what I'm saying? Everything like that. This is the third episode that we got Chadwick Boseman in. It doesn't hit as hard to me as the Star-Lord episode hit, but it did bother me a little bit. Like, I got a little bit choked up when I saw T'Challa's casket appear. And then when Killmonger went to the Panther realm, you know what I'm saying, after he was given the herb to become the Black Panther, and he had that conversation with T'Challa. That I kind of choked up a little bit there too. It was a very, very good episode, and I really appreciated everything that they did for this. And to be honest, I can't wait for next week and to see where they're gonna go. I think we get 9 or 10 episodes. I don't remember, this episode 6, so we got 3 or 4 episodes left. So let me know what you guys thought in the comments below about how you felt about this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, man. Follow us at APlus Opinions everywhere. You can follow me at Nerd Mix Alpha everywhere, and you can stream my music, Indie Uchiha, on all streaming platforms. All you gotta do is put my name in right there, and you can pull up all the music. Really good episode. Not as good as the others, but still entertaining. So let's see what happens when we see what's going on with next week, and I'm waiting to see what this last episode is going to be like too. So I bid you adieu. Keep it A+. You know what I'm saying? Nerd Mix out, and I'll let Adam tell you guys how you can join the Patreon.
If you enjoy our content and want to be a part of helping our channel grow, become a patron supporter. We have affordable tiers to choose from that offer a variety of exclusive and early access content, from audio files for all of our shows for you to enjoy on the road, access to our Discord community, and plenty of reactions, reviews, character breakdowns, and more. Check us out at patreon.com/aplusopinions. And as always, remember, like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so anytime we drop a brand new video, you will be notified.